All right, ladies. What's up, subscribers? How's everybody? And you all hear me, correct? Put a one. The chat puts a one to let me know. All right, great. Under 2 minutes, we were able to confirm that you do hear me. Shout out to G3D, Amber O, Miss Grinch, Chicky Chick, Life's Fun, Lemonade, Sierra T, Miss B, and anybody else who wants to join the live. So I'm going to jump right in on this topic. This was on my mind ever since I heard about this story. I think a day or so ago. Everybody's doing stories about it because it's pretty shocking. But of course, nothing is shocking when it comes to dealing with apes and their femicide, the femicide rates that are caused by the apes. But this one was shocking. Have you seen this story yet? 62-year-old woman strangled by her husband during a conjugal visit. Have you seen it yet? You know, I always like to add in things that these other commentators can't say or don't want to say because they're too busy trying to keep their channels monetized. My channel is not monetized, which is why when you become a patron, it makes it all the more fun for me to be able to say what the hell I want to say on these YouTube streets within reason. Now, I'm not going to roast this lady, of course, but I do want to speak very candidly and very honestly about the problem. And, sometimes you only see the people in the comment sections of stories like this speaking with truth. A lot of the commentators speak with, I would call it fake compassion, remorse. They say the same things about the victims, and they never shed any real light on the problems with Black women for real. One of the problems with Black women is Black men. Okay, so this story, basically, for those of you who are new to it, let's just get right into it. This was a mass murderer. Her husband was is a mass murderer. He's still living. She's dead. Mass murderer allegedly strangled. No, I'm not gonna say allegedly because I'm reading the article. 2 days ago, they said allegedly in the New York Post, but that's for their fucking purpose. I don't have to say that. Mass murderer kills, strangles his wife during conjugal visit. When I go over here to the irishstar.com, it says woman strangled during conjugal visit with mass murder in prison after pushing him to be better. So she, of course, was encouraging him to be better. An investigation has found that Stephanie Dowells, 62 years old, was strangled to death while visiting her killer husband at Mill Creek State Prison in Lone, California. Now, he killed 4 people, shot them at point blank range, I believe during a robbery in the mid 90s, and he received 4 consecutive life sentences. Um, so he had no chance of parole, of course. Uh, she was, I'm sorry, he was 50, he's 54 and she's 62. So there was a little tiny age difference there. It says that his name is David Brinson, the killer. 62-year-old was visiting her 54-year-old partner when, in the early hours of the morning, the inmate used a phone to tell guards his wife had passed out. The California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation explained how, despite officers' life-saving efforts, Miss Dowles died around an hour later. The Amador counter Dorner, they meant to say coroner, they put Dorner. They put D. It's coroner, revealed how the hairstylist had been strangled to death. He killed these people in the past, execution style. Like I said, he was sentenced in 1994, being convicted of fatally shooting 4 men. uh, Friends say that they would read the Bible together, talking about Miss Stephanie and David the Demon. So they would read the Bible together. He was in school in there because she was pushing him to try to be this bad person. So what we're dealing with is something that I think is very noteworthy for the purpose of it being told on my channel with my commentary, because I'm going to try to point out a few of the more obvious things that that never get said. They wouldn't get said. If you know another commentator um, who's able to just go on out there and say what I need to say what they're saying, go ahead, point it out. But this really proves this. I think this story proves more than any story that could be out there right now that I've been saying. It will prove what I've been saying. Number one, you can't save women who don't want to be saved. Number one, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Number two, you can't save the prison. I've been saying that the prison system is meant to protect the public. But when Black women go into the prison to have sexual relationships, to marry these men, to mule for these men, then what it shows is that Black women, we are the problem. Now, I'm not talking about you because most of you ladies already have set yourselves free, but I have to speak truly. These situations prove that the justice system does work in certain cases, but when you have people who are determined to keep these apes dicks alive, then you can't save these women. It is almost insane to think so. You know, another thing that I want to point out is her age. And I'm just going to say 62 compared to a 30-year-old, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old. It gets to be, sounds kind of old. But if you're not 62 and you don't know a lot of 62-year-olds, especially healthy Black women who are 62 or in their 60s, you wouldn't understand that they still want men. They still want to have sex. They still want to have relationships. They still want love. So age doesn't change the fact that these women are falling for the okie doke. Some women they'll just go ahead and decide to be celibate, but a lot of women will go ahead and take whatever's out there. The most broken, most destructive, most demonic, most broke down men on the face of the earth. Okay? This lady had everything going for her that a woman of her age could have going for her. I don't know if she was married before, but I know that she has some sons, 2 sons. I know that she has 6 grandchildren. Fair enough, right? She seemed like she might have swirled because they are, I don't know if they were Hispanic or white or like half white or half Hispanic or like Native American. Like, I don't really know, but they're not like pure like Negro. And I know you're gonna say, well, no, Negro ain't even pure Negro. Well, you know what I mean. So this is problematic because she raised her 2 sons, was enjoying the life of being a grandmother and a socialite in her community. And then what happens? I don't know, and none of the stories seem to have it straight as to when she met this nigga. Nobody knows when she met this demon. I know at least no one's posted it because I couldn't get it straight worth a damn. How long did she know this nigga? I saw a comment in one video that she has known him for about 30 years. Well, I bet her sons somewhere in there there's an overlap because then I'd have to find out, well, um how old are her boys? Her grown boys, her grown sons. How old are they? Somewhere in there she met this nigga. And I'm kind of thinking more like she may have met him, but what if she met him 30 years ago? Somehow he got in touch with her. Somehow she got in touch with him. Somehow they got married while he was in prison. What nigga deserves to have a decent, sweet, I'm going to call her a little old lady right now because she's 62 to me is not old, but I'm just saying that for the context. A sweet 62-year-old lady. She really was sweet, but she was dumb. Sweet and dumb. Like all of the stories you see with the young black women getting murdered out here on all of the 50 to 100 crime channels that are out here reporting on these black femicide stories, I think this story proves more than all of them that black women, you have a dick problem. Not you, but the woman that does. You get what I mean? Don't take it personal. Black women have a dick problem. And if we don't address it, it's going to continue. It's what I've been saying. It's like this story proves it more than all of the other ones because of the lady, because of this lady's age, because of her status in life. And just because she doesn't fit into that context of that hood rat chick that I'm always coming after. She don't fit into that pick me demeanor. She don't fit into that mammy BS. You know what I'm saying? She kind of was on the sideline of all of that. Like a little bit of an outsider chick. Like lady with an education, lady who owned her own beauty shop, hairstyling salon, her own salon. She was an entrepreneur. You know, she was a grandmother. She was a mother. She had friends. She was a part of different communities, and she was very fit. She had lost some weight. She was exercising, hanging out, doing all this cool stuff. She had also gotten into religion. I don't know how long she's been in that religion, Christianity, but I do know that I don't believe that a lot of these women who say they're Christians are actually hearing from any kind of God. It's very apparent at this point. Let's go back to my other point. This story proves, because I need that to be the one thing you remember. Because I haven't heard anybody say it. Everybody's acting dumb. Like all these women in the comments and all these other videos are like, oh, how desperate can you be? How desperate could you? Why did it take this woman to make all of these other women who are probably in their 30s, 20s, or 30s or 40s see that black women are desperate? Why did it take this story? It takes y'all to get up to 62 to realize that these acts of desperation are the main reason why all of these women are getting killed in the first place. These are acts of desperation. Dickspiration. Because whoever thought it was a good idea for this sweet little lady, I told you I'm not roasting her today, but I am going to speak the truth about the situation. This sweet little lady spent the night, many times, according to the news, in this private room for, what they say, 30 to 40 hours with her husband. No cell phones, no spying on them, no nothing. Just knock on the door and get them out of there after they've probably had a lot of sex. A lot of talk, a lot of sex. I'm pretty sure he had sex with her before he killed her. So that means with no guns, no knives, no bats, no lighter fluid, no matches, nothing. He just used his bare hands to kill her. That means that you can't trust a nigga worth a damn. You can't trust him in prison without a weapon. You can't trust him without a cell phone around. You can't trust niggas, period. That's the number one thing women need to know. In prison. And people are coming at the story and saying, And of course her sons would say this, but why would anybody say this? And they said, well, what's wrong with California? What kind of prison system is that where they would let a four-time uh, a mass murderer have a conjugal visit at all? Why would they do that? Well, they would do that because they don't give a damn about black women. Why would they even give a damn? Why would they even want him to have a sexual relationship, period? Who cares about a motherfucker that's in prison for killing 4 people? I don't care if they were men or women. That goes to show that something's wrong with the justice system, the criminal system, the prison system, the nigga system. It's all something wrong with it. Patriarchy. Oh, we got time to let men have one night stands with women, or I don't care. I'm gonna call it one night stand. Shit. That's what we're doing. And this also goes to prove that is it Red Robin? What is it? Little Red Riding Hood. This Little Red Riding, am I saying it right? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Little Red Riding. Is that her name? Riding Hood? Type it in there, ladies. Come on, just help me out. Little Red Riding Hood. Is that the name of the little girl that walks through the forest and she goes in the house and she tells her grandma, "Oh, what sharp teeth you have, grandma. Oh, what sharp claws," and all of this stuff. It's writing. Okay. This is a part of this. This is the spell. Okay, thank y'all. Because sometimes I'm going and I don't have time to think to fucking think because my anger gets me. Sometimes I'm so pissed. But that's the shit that black women are. They're under this like Little Red Riding Hood spell. It's like when she's in the prison cell and she sees this big black ape and she goes, "Oh, what black eyes you have, black male. Oh, what sharp teeth you have. Oh, look at how the veins are popping out of your neck when you're looking at me. Wow. Is this my husband? Is this my baby daddy? Is this my children's father? Well, let's turn the lights off and have a good time." You know? And then of course they're gonna say, "Oh, what big Johnson you have, black male. Is that 8 inches or more? Well, what would a good Christian lady like me do if I leave this cell without having a little fun? You are my husband. I'm not committing fornication, black male." This is the problem with black. We know it's a demon. It sounds like a demon. It smells like a demon. It talks like a demon. It fucks like a demon. But we don't think it's going to kill our ass like a demon. Either that or we are turned on by the fact that we secretly know that it's a demon. So it's a matter of then not Little Red Riding Hood, but then it's Beauty and the Beast. We like fucking the beast. And we'll call him saved. We'll call him reformed. We'll call him redeemed. We'll call him healed. We'll call him a man of God. We'll call him anything but a demon. This woman had absolutely no reason in hell to do this to herself, to put herself in harm's way, to screw something that could have been screwing things, untelling what kind of rats and roaches he was screwing in the prison since the mid-90s. She's gonna put her body in harm's way by sleeping with him. There's too many things that people just don't say when they do these crime stories. And of course they have time to do the big production, all with all the editing, the music and the multi-clips. And I used to do all of that work until I realized I was talking to a very disloyal audience. And so I don't do all of the bells and whistles like that now. You know what I mean? So they'll put in video clips so you can see everything all in one video. And I did all of that work for over 10 years, and I was talking to a bunch of women who didn't give a fuck anyway. They want ghetto women to tell the truth, but then they realize that basically ghetto women, they have very limited logic and very limited. Um, it's kind of like they want to entertain, whereas I want to enlighten, and I don't have time for that shit. Okay, I don't have time for women who want um, just to be playing with themselves right now. Okay, I don't give a fuck about all that stuff. I've always been here for black women. I'm not here for these clowns who want to, just put a little bow on their videos. They can't say any fucking thing that's true. Because maybe they aren't being ghetto. Maybe some of these people are just telling the truth. They're making tons of money off of it. And then they're not fucking saying anything. They're just waiting for the next black women to bite the dust. So they can do another story about her. Monetizing that. So I want to watch this video clip with you because I want you to see with discernment what this lady is really saying here. What Denise, she goes by, not Denise, Stephanie goes by the name Stevie D, which I really don't like that. I don't know why anybody want. I just think about Stevie J with his dirty rap at, the guy in the music industry, his no good ass. So just her people call her Stevie D, but I don't like that. That's not necessary. Y'all don't take the names on of these apes, okay? I don't give a fuck how your name's spelled. Don't do it. Let's watch a little clip of this. This is on a lot of videos, but I tried to find one so I wouldn't have to play somebody else's video, but I might have to resort to that to get to some other stuff. But here, there's a lot that's being said in this video clip, and I'm going to see if you can read between the lines. Because this is going to this captures something that's very wrong with black women, and we're going to look at it so we don't make that mistake. And you can make this mistake even if you don't follow her religion or deal with niggas. This is a mind trap. Let me show you. Hit play.
Like the way I look in pictures.
Let's see if you get the sound. Do y'all have sound?
But this morning,
I don't think y'all have sound because I don't hear the shit.
I was talking to God.
All right. I don't think you're going to tell me you have the sound. So what I'm going to do is stop that. Because if I can't hear it, it's not going to do me any good. All right, let me go over to another. I'm going to see if I can play somebody else's video. Because that way I can be sure that the sound is going to work. I don't give a damn. So basically you got, oh, y'all could hear it? You could hear it? Well, I couldn't hear it. Strange. All right. Sorry about that. Let me try again. I couldn't hear the shit. Well, why can't I hear it? I've been having hella. Just give me 1 minute. I'll get back with you.
And
I think I know what's happening. Hold on. Something's not connected. And this is one of the problems with doing lives anyway.
I feel like maybe somebody
Okay. Most likely you're going to tell me that you can hear this too, but I can't hear it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to play it because I kind of know what she's saying anyway, and then I'll tell you what the deal is. Hold on.
Most people are too lazy to do this, but it saves homeowners a fortune.
I think that if we fall in love with Jesus, really fall in love with him,
all right, y'all hear that?
The worst of enemies can't hurt us. I've seen people have testimonies where somebody killed their child and they prayed for that person's soul. That's where we have to be. That's where we have to be. And I want to be that person because you reap what you sow. God is a God of his word. You can't deny that. I want to reap benefits. So he had told me to stand. He told me to fall in love with Jesus. And then he told me to get ready for a blessing. Wow.
The death of a woman at a jail in Amador County while on a visit is now being investigated as a homicide. It happened last Wednesday at Mule Creek State Prison when 62-year-old Stephanie Diane Brinson was visiting her husband. He's an inmate there. The State Department of Corrections says the inmate used the family visit phone to tell officers his wife had passed out during
years of heartbreak.
I much like to do videos because I don't like the way I look in pictures. But this morning after my run, or during my run, I was talking to God and just saying how much pain I'm always feeling. And why do I have to go through so much? I realized, I'm a pretty happy person. I got a lot of great things going, but I suffer a lot of heartaches. And I feel like maybe somebody else can attest to this. You might be a very giving person, and a lot of times you do a lot of wonderful things. But I've been praying for like 45, 50 days now, the same thing. And God told me that, my heart needs to be even softer. I was like, oh my God, I've suffered hundreds of thousands of dollars in loss because my heart being soft, people walking over me doing things. What could you possibly be talking about? And I'm like, but there is something I harbor deep in my heart, kind of a little hatred for someone. And I've been praying and asking God, please take this away. Don't let me feel like this. And he said, I'm a God of my word, Stevie. He said, I truly love you. And I know your heart and that you love people. He said, but you have somebody that you hate. And that's my child. And I was like, God, but the wrong that was done. And he said, well, greater wrong has he done to my son. He said, but he still loved you enough to save your soul. And I said, I understand, God, but I'm not him. I'm not Jesus. What do you want me to do? How can I get rid of this? And he said, you need to fall in love with Jesus. And I said, I love the Lord. He said, no, fall in love with Jesus. If you fall in love with Jesus, nothing can really hurt you like that. Nothing. I have doubts if I'm going to post this because I look so bad. But if there's somebody out there and you've done a lot and you love people, you do, search your heart. Ask God to help you heal from whatever that is that's hurting you, because you have to love everybody. You have to truly love. And I think that if we fall in love with Jesus, really fall in love with him, the worst of enemies can't hurt us. I've seen people have testimonies where somebody killed their child and they prayed for that person's soul. That's where we have to be. That's where we have to be. And I want to be that person because you reap what you sow. God is a God of his word. You can't deny that. I want to reap benefits. So he had told me to stand. He told me to fall in love with Jesus. And then he told me to get ready for a blessing. Wow.
This shocked people.
Okay, my goal is not to play the video totally. Um, what you're seeing is her saying that I can't. I was just too frustrated with the story. Did y'all hear her say that she was holding resentment towards her son or about her son? I don't feel like playing it back because I can't hear it, and I can't fix my sound right now. So anybody put it in the chat, whichever way you heard it. It doesn't really, that wasn't even my point. The point I'm making when I played that clip is to show you the mistake that Black women are making, period. Now, there's a few mistakes, and I don't know if I'll have a set number of things I'm going to point out, but one of them mistakes is using social media for therapy. Okay, I got you. Mika. Number one, using social media for therapy and not realizing it. Do y'all hear me? Using social media for and not realizing. They don't realize they're having a therapy session with y'all when they're doing that. Like, it's oversharing and using social media as therapy. That's one of the number one problems that Black women. You're going to continue to have problems if you don't get the correct help that you need. Just making content on the internet doesn't mean that you don't need to get help, professional help. It's not a true release. It's not solving anything. It's just exposing Black women. Is dumping all of the dirty laundry out there. And a lot of people, I think there are certain dark energies that tell Black women, and I'm specifically talking about us. I'm not saying that other people don't do these things, but I always do my commentary cater to us. So these bad decisions, I'm gonna call it that. And so these bad decisions will come up, and your justification will be, well, I'm going to tell this story so that somebody else will be helped. Not everybody's going to have the Issa Rae. Did I say her name right? Y'all, I don't feel like looking up all this stuff. That's what takes me so long to come online, is because sometimes I want to make sure I'm getting everything right. But you know the one, Issa, who the fuck did I marry? Like, not everybody's going to have a sensation. Not that she was trying to have that kind of like big, like, go viral or anything, because this was several years ago when she did the video of her crying and talking about being angry. But not everybody's going to have the who the fuck did I marry. I'm sharing my life, and somebody's going to ABC and all these other people are going to pick it up and make me famous, rich and famous. Like, it's no point. Stop having therapy on the internet without realizing. Now, if you are doing it, realize that you're doing it, and then still get some help. The other thing is the style that she's talking in when she is expressing herself. I guess I'm just going to have to pull this shit up again. God, the style that she's using when she's talking and she's crying, there's a lot of frustration packed down in there. And she's pretty much, she is miserable with God. You have to understand, you got to understand, this is something that a lot of people won't do commentary about it because they won't catch it. And they won't catch it because they don't understand it. And they won't understand it because they don't spend time doing anything except for trying to make popular content. You know, and if you have to know people, you have to understand self, you have to understand what women deal with. The conflicting emotions that she was expressing here, she's not wanting to do this stuff. When she starts crying, look, she doesn't want to be like Jesus. Her own tears. And somebody might say, no, she was just crying because she was feeling the spirit. She was crying because God was convicting her heart to love. Sorry if I'm talking over this. God was convicting her heart to love people. She told a story, somebody killed a child and how you got to love them through all of that. And no, that's demonic. Understand that this woman was crying not out to God, but because of God. Because she was frustrated with the whole narrative that I have to be a martyr. I have to be like Jesus. And she said, I'm not like that. I'm not like Jesus. And out of frustration, she goes on to create a scenario in her life with the demon husband who's in incarcerated, a mass murderer. And she says in this clip, this is almost like a spirit almost told her, if you're like Jesus, you can love the most dangerous people in the world. I'm paraphrasing her, but that's pretty much where she was coming from. If you fall in love with Jesus, you can take on all kind of demon type of people who are on demon time. That's what she's saying. And she created a situation that embodied that. Talk about the wrong kind of manifestation. And she's saying it because she's nice enough to try to show it. We have women now who are acting lost, like they don't understand how this woman could have made this mistake. But actually, they think the same way. He just got out of prison, he just got out of jail. I can date him, I can fuck him, I can have a kid with him. He ain't gonna hurt me. We can get in an argument 30 times. I can leave him, I can get back with him, I can do what I want. I can get with another man. I can say what I want. I can get on social media. I can be a Instagram model. I can be what's that other one? I can have an OnlyFans account. I can do all of this stuff. He better not get mad. He better not do anything. He ain't gonna hurt me. But because I love him, because my love for him, my sexual love for him, my eros love for him, my passion for him. Whether I got agape or eros love, it should be enough for him to not want to harm me. All women go into this shit with men like that. And it's like they're not getting the memo. They won't get the memo until it's too late. This woman is a very good example of how what it's not loneliness. They said, there's news clips that said, well, she was just such a sweet person and she was just loving. She just wanted to believe the best in this man. That's like putting your hand in the mouth of a pit bull with rabies because you love dogs. You can be a dog lover, but you got to have some common sense. So to put herself in harm's way for this man because she loved him, because she believed him, there's also this kind of, I am needing to do something good for Black men to feel like I'm a worthy person on this planet. This is another sick, demonic mental trap that a lot of Black women have. I saw a crime show the other day. I kid you not. A little girl got killed, 15, 13, 14, somewhere between 12 and 15, by a Black boy. Shot her. They got an argument on the bus, and he shot her. He went home, changed into all Black, got a gun, and shot her over the argument. And the people in his family, what did they say? Well, I don't hate that young man. I don't have nothing. I don't wish that young man bad. I don't think anything wrong. Like that's demonic. That's demonic. It's that somewhere Black women are spooked to death about dick and niggas. Spooked to fucking death. And what am I saying? I'm saying that Black women don't believe that they can, if there is a heaven, they don't believe that they can get there without the dick of a nigga or selling out to one. And if there is a hell, they don't believe that they won't go if they don't sell their souls to these niggas. So this is why you got this situation where Black women are constantly getting murked out here at 62 years old, going in the jail cell, the prison, the little one-room apartment, whatever the fuck they call it, in prison to spend the night with the devil himself. And all these people all over the comment section talking about how lonely she is. Yeah, she's lonely. But so are the majority of Black women. And so are the majority of Black men. And so are the majority of people, period. And I want to do a private discussion at some point about why people are really so fucking lonely. And I have several theories that are some of them are backed up by science, and some of them could be discussed from the spirit world. We really need to get to the bottom of this desperation. This is the saddest situation ever. You had a healthy 62-year-old woman who raised her own children, an entrepreneur. Her life would look like many black women's lives who took care of themselves, who had raised their children, who had bouncing back in life many times after heartbreak, and just still living and getting out there and getting that money and just getting it. She was out there getting it. She was a hyper little thing. So it's unfortunate that the telling story for most black women is that black women, a lot of women don't feel like they're shit without a nigga. This is a brain curse. This mindset that I'm talking about is demonic within itself. To feel like you will risk your life after everything you went through, childbearing, raising children by yourself, paying off student loans, saving money to start your business, employing other people, getting an education, having grandkids, traveling around, being exercise. You're doing all of that. And none of it means anything to you. None of it fucking means anything. And this patriarchal, view of Christianity is really harming the hell out of black women at this point. Okay. It's just, there's no way. There's no way. I was just shocked and appalled at how many women thought they could finally see that this is desperation, but they can't see it with all of the other twisted crimes and crime corners and viral crimes and Wednesday crimes and fatal attractions and they got so many crime stories, y'all. Sleuth, I don't know, Sleuthy Lucy, I don't know. They got so many crime shows. Black Girls on Lost and Leah Gardones. They can't see how desperate black women are for love. It's time to call it out. You can't get healed until you call that motherfucker out. If you can't tell the world the reason that black women are because see, this dating pool is crashed out. Okay? The dating pool is fucking crashed out. And too many people have fucked it up. Too many fucked up people are in it. Yeah, that's a good one, Jeanette. For my mans. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many crash outs in this fucking store. In this, you really can't. This is a picture of her when she was younger. And if black women don't watch it, I think she was around 50 for the most part when a lot of her videos or her stuff was on Facebook that I saw. And over time, you can see, I'm just showing you some pictures on the screen. She aged really well. Only to throw that away. Nobody owes, and I'm going to say this to you, not to you, but to you, not to you who take offense, but to you who needs to hear it. No one owes you a good black man. No one owes you the feeling that your life is complete over and over and over again. Relationship after relationship after relationship. If women could get that concept down. I mean, because, going against the grain like this, right? Yeah, she had a quote on her Facebook page, and this is one of the things I saved that was on her Facebook page. It said, "Good morning, have a blessed Wednesday." And it says, "Life is too short to worry about stupid things. Have fun, fall in love, regret nothing, and don't let people bring you down. Enjoy a new day of your life." You hear what she's saying? You hear what that she's endorsing this thought Life is too short. I hate that expression. I know that it is true, but I don't think it's good to quote it. I don't care what y'all say. I don't believe you should keep saying life is too short. Now, if that helps you to make decisions in a certain hurry that you need to, please go ahead and have all the life is too short meditations that you need. But life is too short to worry about stupid things. I could say a lot, but out of love and respect for this lady, I'm not going to. But that wasn't but that showed almost like suicidal thinking. I couldn't get my Facebook page open so that on the right browser so that I could browse her page with y'all. So sorry about that too. I'm gonna have to do some practice lives behind the scene and fix some of this technical shit. But these are things that I did save. I hope y'all can see it. The next line says, "Have fun, fall in love, regret nothing." How much fun could you be having if you fucking mass murderer, a nigga that killed 4 people, but you only got like 30 or 40 hours to spend with him? And the fact that he's in jail, like, fall in love, regret nothing. She was crashing out then, okay, straight up, she was crashing out then. That's right, KP said. She said, "Homeless men and jailbirds aren't owed to be with women." Goddess Why said, "Fall in love with yourself." Absolutely. They said, fall in love with yourself. I don't know why that's so hard for people to accept nowadays. Look at the state of the world. Why would you not want to fall in love with yourself? Why would you be looking to actually fall in love with any motherfucker right now? People are very unstable. These are very trying times, as they used to say. Very trying times. So you might as well fall in love with yourself. Thank you for that, sister. And Miss Grant said she looked better, older, and gray than young. And she did. Let's look at that picture again. Yeah, some women have it like that. Yeah, she just looked more ordinary right there with her little black hair laying down on her shoulders. Yeah, she looked more ordinary. But as she started to gray, she was graced with that beauty. And she didn't overdo her makeup or anything. She was blessed. And I've told you ladies many years ago, and I still say this is a classic case of how many of y'all remember me telling you that black women don't know when they're what? I tell you 2 things. Do you know what they are? Let's take a damn quiz. What has Mad said? I said you 2 things. Black women don't know when they're what and what. Somebody fill in the blanks. See if I got any real badass fans on the damn live. See if y'all can follow me. I can remember one of my madisms. All right, come through, Caramel Cali. That's one. Thank you, sister. Black women don't know when they're in danger, and then they don't know. Sharif is opposite. Go ahead and put the opposite in. Azura, y'all on top of it. Switch it around. What's the opposite? They don't know when they're. What's the opposite of losing? And then y'all got it. Bam. Boom, boom, bam. Boom, ba-doom, ba-dam, bam. You got it, ladies. They don't know when they're winning, and they don't know when they're in danger. And this is a perfect example of a madism right there. This lady was winning. 62 in videos talking about having no cholesterol, on no medication, waking up jogging, hanging out with her friends and her kids, her grandkids, living her best life. You make it to 62 with no medication, I consider you don't fucking won. I don't care. I don't give a damn what you don't have. You have won. And God bless anybody who is on medication right now. That doesn't mean you're losing. That just means that you understand, because you are on medication, how hard it is to not be on medication. Okay? Because we're like out of our element most of the time. Everybody's trying to win and grind and get this cash and this money, and all of these things cost women a lot. So black women don't know when they're winning, and they don't know when they're in danger. And she didn't know that she was in danger. And if she did know, she chose to ignore the danger. And if she did choose to ignore it, she probably secretly, hate to admit it, I do think that some of this danger is a fucking aphrodisiac. Know when you're winning. Women, know when you're winning. You don't need a fucking award to win shit. It's the fact that you are up. You woke up another day to try again. It's the fact that you got a good night's sleep. It's the fact that you're working on your fucking plan and your goals in life. That's still winning to me. But when you go all out of your way, because all the crime shows do this, and there's nothing wrong with the crime shows. I'm just saying, but the narrative's the same. It's the problem is the women keep doing the same thing. So the women will say, well, and how they start off Fatal Attraction. She was a wonderful nurse who loved being and who loved her children more than anything. And then they always started on Fatal Attraction saying she, which I kind of think is kind of funny and cool. But then you'll find out that she is not happy with just loving the kids that she was blessed to have. That's not enough. When you have kids and you're single, let me put it to you like this. You ought to thank Goddess that, hey, you know what? That's 2 times I survived becoming a femicide victim. That's what you ought to think. And that's winning. Just be glad that you survived that. If your baby daddy let you get away, he's not harassing you, stalking you, abusing you, beating you, dogging you right now, threatening your life, you are winning. You are winning. You won. A lot of times women win and they go back into the fight to get burned their ass up some more. They go back into danger. Be satisfied with certain aspects of your life. Sure, it'd be great to add on another, this man figure that's supposed to come through and help out the children, and then he'd be your romantic lover, and he'd be a father to your children. He'd be a father to the fatherless, right? He'd bring a home to the homeless. He'd do all these things. That's extra income, and that's somebody to have weekend getaways with. And I get it, ladies. But it's not, everything that glitters is not gold. Some of these old sayings really need to just be back out here in the consciousness of a lot of us. Everything that glitters is not gold. And the grass is not always greener on the other side. And 2 heads are not necessarily better than one. Especially when you're dealing with Negro heads. Okay? Some of you are alone and you haven't had this one thought. I like the safety. Some of you are alone and you're winning right now. And I'm going to add a thought to you to prove it. You have an addiction to being alone because it feels so good, but you don't even realize it. You don't even acknowledge it. You're so used to it. You're basking in peace. You're basking in time for yourself. You're basking in self-care. You're basking in solving problems for yourself. You don't even think about it. All right? Then I'll talk to the mothers. Some of you ladies, you're married. You got baby daddies. You're married, whichever one. Nobody's bothering you. No one's beating your ass. Sure, your husband might be starting to get old. Sure, you might be a little bored of your routine, but you're fucking winning because he's not beating your goddamn ass. And yeah, with the way people are doing black women at this point, you have to count just being able to survive as a win. You do, because if you don't appreciate it, what's the alternative? Dealing with violent, no good ass mass murderers. Apparently, women have to be grateful for just being alive. You understand what I'm talking about now? We need some encouragement that everything doesn't have to be centered around dealing with these known felons, these known killers, these drug dealers, these misogynists, these no good ass bastards that hate women. Yeah, here's another picture of Stephanie and her grandkids. Now, they say she had 6. Let's see. Somebody's in the picture that's extra, so maybe that was the newest one. So maybe she was 7 times a grandmother. She had 2 sons, so I don't think the one in the back is the son. Yeah, okay, so the grandkids. She was proud of her grandkids. This could have been enough. But it's not enough when I've been posting a lot that I don't know. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this. Well, maybe I'll tell you what I've been saying before I ask the question. I've been saying that black women, a lot of these crime shows, they show ordinary people getting in to social media and developing really big followers, and then, big followings. And then when they get murdered, it's like, so I've been commenting. So my comments on other people's videos are kind of mean, right? Because I'm tired of the BS that nobody can say. So, do you think that this woman is ordinary or average? Is she the average black woman? I know we don't know her, but I'm just gonna say, like, just based on like how we don't always be knowing people anyway, and we judge them anyway. So just use that part of your mind that know you judge people whether you know them or not. Do you think she was average? A little bit above average? Above, below, average? So the average, and I mean not only just in terms of her beauty or her looks, I'm saying like her overall picture. So her overall picture, she was living the life of an average black woman. All right. Because then she would fit the comment based on what you ladies are saying. She would fit the commentary when I say to people that they get pissed on other videos that you have a lot of ordinary / average people who are using social media to exalt themselves or to build their self-esteem, and they're crashing out. Okay, I'm just telling you that's what's happening. Social, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna do what I just told y'all in the early part of the video. I'm gonna say this and hope that it helps somebody. Get your ass off of social media. All right. When I say get your ass off of social media, get your ass off of social media in the way of posting a lot of stuff about yourself. Now, if you don't like that if that doesn't work for you and you already got a following and people are expecting to see when your next vacation is or what the fuck you have for dinner and how many fucking outfits you bought for your great grands and shit. Okay, great. No problem. Keep doing it. Don't disappoint you definitely don't want to disappoint your audience. But I do want you to get your ass off the damn social media because you know what's going to happen to your ass? This right here. This story right here. Not saying nobody's going to hurt you or murk you or anything, but I'm saying that where else can you go with it? After a while, you do know that people are saying about this same lady, Miss Stevie D, that why is this older woman posting all of these things about herself? They're able to see through her the mistakes that women are making. So eventually all of you are going to get older and you will be posting and then people will be saying that about you. And what's the point? There is no fucking point to posting after a certain point. Get your ass off before you turn gray. Now, I don't have anything against gray. What I'm saying is I'm being, sarcastic. Let this be a lesson to you. You don't have to feed the damn trolls. You don't have to feed your family. You don't have to feed your colleagues or your fucking classmates or your roommates or your neighbors or your community or your job. You don't have to feed anybody any fucking thing. Get the fuck off. Posting a lot of shit about yourself. I'm talking about posting over and over and over. And because you know what happens? I'm starting to see this. I talk to ladies in the private group, but I'll give you a snippet of my real shit. If but I believe that there's a demonic side to all of this posting. This is becoming one with the demon. I done post all this shit and I got to keep proving that I'm happy. Come on, give me some likes just for doing a live on Sunday on YouTube. I'm normally in the private group doing lives. And I ain't even going as deep as I usually do. Give me some likes, goddammit. Come on, hit them likes. But the more you post in social media as a black woman, just consider it not mentally healthy for you. I don't care who you are right now. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you have a therapist, if you've been to therapy, if you're single, if you're married, if you've been feeling like you're stable and you would never do what this woman did. Watch yourself. Because there's something causing black women to become extremely vulnerable and desperate since social media has come upon us. There's an extra level of desperation that is reached across below average, average, and above average women that makes no motherfucking sense. So my recommendation is don't feed the trolls. Once you start posting about a lot of the stuff you're doing, you get sucked into this vortex. And I believe black women are getting more and more lonely and desperate because of the presence of that camera in their face. Women would actually seek each other out and become be more communal than this. And so there's something very abnormal going on for black women. I don't care who else is doing it. You might say, well, everybody else is posting. Everybody else, they're not black women. Somebody's got to get on here and expose the truth. This social media BS, this poor little sweet lady posting about her life, I don't think it's meant for black women to be out here posting over and over and over. It's too stressful. We know the deep root of all of the disappointments and the hurt. We know all the people who have hurt us. We know how much there seems to be no justice most of the time. Nobody's coming to save black women. Nobody's coming to help black women. Nobody's coming to provide the right kind of information for us, because there's information out there, but it has to be the right kind of information for black women to catch on to it. You know, the right kind of love is not there for black women. So what are we doing? Why do we have to give all of why are we giving all of ourselves to these cold ass chat rooms and fucking, people don't love us right. They don't. And I'm not saying you can't be on social media. What I'm saying is, I think oversharing with people who really aren't helping us, and let's stop and let's check our purse for a minute, right? Let's look in that motherfucker and say, am I really getting the love, the right kind of advice, the right kind of encouragement, help, support, community for the shit that I share on my page? Because we're more than a bunch of damn likes. Keep getting them likes up. We're more than a bunch of goddamn likes. And we should watch how much we show, because in the end, people come to your social media page and they get your pictures, they get your videos, they talk the fuck about you. Do you want that? Oh, come on, I'm way ahead of my time talking to black women like this, because this is seeing into the future. Nobody's going to say this to black women because everybody's doing it, so nobody's going to actually say it together. You may think it individually, but nobody's actually going to talk to us about this. Like we need to think about that. Do we want all of our pictures up there so people just grab pictures and make up whatever kind of story they want about us? That's why I told you I'm not here to roast this lady. My heart goes out to her. She was a really sweet person, for what I can tell. And I can tell she was authentically sweet. She was just in heat, and she was desperate for a man. I'm just calling it straight out. I'm not trying to, straight up, no chasers. I'm not apologizing for that. She was in heat, and she was desperate for a man. That is it. Because it's that kind of raw truth that could probably stop the next situation. We gotta be honest. We're dealing with the bottom of the barrel men who have shown for generations that they're not capable of truly loving. They're capable of fucking, and then that ain't even true. And look at him. Y'all know I'm not gonna keep this picture up. on the damn video and break your damn cell phone screen. I hope you got your cell phone screen protector on that bitch, because the nigga face is gonna break the motherfucker. Okay? Do you have insurance on your phone? Because this nigga face is so ugly, it's gonna crack the fuck out of it. In 3, 2, 1. Face crack. Shit. And some of y'all probably drop your phone. I hope you got the auto box on the damn cell phone so it'll help bounce back and keep it from cracking. Let me get his ugly ass up off of this damn screen. He looks retarded. He looks ugly. He looks burnt. He looks roasted. He looks nasty. He looks like yuck. Like, why? Like, ugh. Ugh. Mm-mm. Can't even see it. Disgusting. And you violent? And you're a violent ass nigga? For a little sweet lady that was just trying to encourage you to go to school in prison, nigga, as a fourth consecutive life sentences, never gonna get parole, never gonna get out, never gonna see the light of day, only gonna see fucking hell. Nigga, if that means that 4 consecutive life sentences, that means if this nigga died in prison and they brought him back, you still gonna serve some more even now, nigga. I always think about that, like 4 consecutive life sentences. Somebody put in the chat, how do you see that? Because, like, I'm not a lawyer, so I always think, like, if you die, you're going to go back to prison. Like, you know what I mean? You know, when if you die and they're able to bring you back, you still going to be in prison for that next life, too. It doesn't really make sense, like, the 4 consecutive, like, 1 life sentence is enough. I don't understand the 4. But they say they gave him 55 years. No, this is not the nigga. It's so many people. I'm talking about another crime. There's another nigga that killed 6 people. This is a younger dude, and they gave him 55 years for everybody's life that he killed. So he got over 300 years in prison. I can't stand these violent bums. And I can't stand that Black women have not woken up yet, and that so many women want to just be loved and touched. You have to be honest about it. Yeah, there's no young women out there. There's no fixing this. But yeah, to the young ladies out there, what I have to say is, let this story inspire you to get off of the Amtrak of desperation. Because when it comes to these niggas, you're on the wrong train and the wrong track. There's no way to be on the right one. Let this story be a lesson to you. Let this story motivate you. Let this story give you foresight, and maybe you will think, aha, so I have a bachelor's, I have an associate's and a bachelor's, and I'm about to become a nurse, or I know that my parents would want me to have better. Okay, this man just told me that he has a criminal record. Okay, I know I better not fuck with him. You're just gonna have to do better. You're just gonna have to. God damn it. You're gonna have to do better. Don't let this lady's life, Miss Stephanie Stevie D. Dowell, don't let her life be in vain. So without shaming or trying to dishonor her legacy, I am saying that she was a lot of wonderful things. But in the end, she made a choice that was a dangerous choice. So if it takes the older woman making that same fatal most humiliating mistake, because there's the New York Post, there's the Irish Star, there's the Independent UK. This is all over the news, all over the news. And what happens is now people know. If they didn't understand Black femicide, the woman's point of view of it, now they know this is because Black women are they're suffering from loneliness, disenfranchisement, alienation, segregation, degradation. Black women are suffering from desperation. They get it. I think a lot of people, the bell is going off. I'm seeing that the bell is going off. The thing is, will the bell continue to go off when the next criminal, felon, convict, prisoner of war, demon, devil, snake, whenever the next one approaches you, will you still remember this woman lived a normal life like anybody else up until she chose at the late age to get in the pit with the snake? I mean, I think we got it. I think we nailed it. The Little Red Riding Hood complex. I don't know the other analogy I gave you. I gave you Little Red Riding Hood. There was another analogy of sort of like a child story that I gave you, where great delusions continue. What was the other one I gave you? Little Red Riding Hood. And then, anyway, but these are things that Black women, you got to catch this shit in your mind. You got to see it for what it is. You got to understand it. You got to come against it. You got to admit that you feel lonely. Admit it. Oh, thank you. That's why it reminded me. I was saying Beauty and the Beast. So Little Red Riding Hood, Beauty and the Beast. Thank you, That's why. We got to get all of these fairy tales and stories of fucking with demons out of our psyche. We got to purge. We talked about purging years ago. And I know that the worse the world gets, I'm not just talking about the country, because I'm not going to let y'all off that easy. The world is getting worse with these men. And the more the worse the world gets, people want to escape. Come through, Winter Glow. That's correct. I believe that. She said, I don't get it. All those grandkids, how can you be lonely? And then she said, I think it's sex addiction. I totally agree 100. I just don't think I don't think y'all ready in the chat for that. I don't know if y'all ready to fully embrace that. Like, y'all don't really grab that when I say that. Y'all don't really take it and run with it. But like, y'all didn't take that. Listen to Winter Glow, okay? Some of these ladies have lovely lives. They have no reason to sit up here and make up shit. Okay? So I'm trying to tell you is I agree with her. And I think that this some of this sex addiction shit is catching Black women like crazy. So you sit there and you go to college and you lie to yourself. And you go, well, I'm gonna get a degree, and you at first you start thinking you're gonna do something different. You're gonna act different. You're gonna be different. You're gonna do better. You tell yourself that. Then you sit back and you think about it. You go, I ain't had no prison dick in a while. That's what's missing. Let's see, what goes along with this Harvard degree? Prison dick, I got it. I finally figured it out. Yes. What goes along with 6 figures and owning my own business and being an entrepreneur and raising a healthy child by myself? I got prison dick. That's what's missing. Dirty ping. Ain't never clean. And she was grieving. This woman was grieving in the video that I showed you. She was sad about Jesus because it wasn't really about Jesus. But I don't want to get into that on this live, but it was just, So I said, watch them contradictory emotional states that you get in as women. You know what I mean? Watch them, watch them, watch them, watch them, watch them. Because what you're really crying about is that you're addicted to sex. And you think Jesus is calling you out of that situation, this imaginary thought process that you have. You don't really want to do all of that. You don't really want to do all that. I'm not even going to explain it or break it down. And yeah, white women, by the way, white women, they stay fucked up, okay, about some dick. They do. They do. They fucking do. They'll be 67, 75, just getting married again at the retirement home. They will. They stay fucked up over sex. And but the difference is not that their men are really like proving anything out here in these streets, okay? They fucked up out here about dick. But the fact is their men are not gonna do them like this insane way and at the same rate. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got a lot of crime shows out here. Becky getting mowed the fuck down now. But they have a lot more success stories. They have a lot more to offer these women. I'm not making them better though. I'm just saying. You know? The ladies posted something in the Discord and I don't know how I missed this story, that black woman from, I don't know where she's from. I think she's from California. I don't know. She was worked for the Duchess of York for 5 years. I don't even remember her name. I was watching that shit and I was like, damn. She married a brat. All the black men on the internet were talking about swirling go wrong, when that thing go wrong. And this black woman, I mean, 40s, in her 40s. She was with the white dude for 6 years. They got married, were together. They weren't married for even 6 months and he killed her within 6 months. Like, that was some wicked shit. I was like, what the hell? Yeah. Janine Chapman is her name. Yeah, let me pull that clip up for a minute. Let's get that up there, since even though I can't hear the shit, y'all can hear. That's all that matters. Yeah, let's get that up there for a minute. So you see what I'm talking about in contrast, because these two stories in contrast to each other. Here you go, right here.
To 72 years in prison for brutally murdering his wife. James Michael Patrick gave little reaction when he learned his fate for killing Janine Chapman. Chapman was an accomplished woman who once worked for the Duchess of York. Today, her loved ones minced no words, sharing what they think of Patrick. Fox 4's David Santandri was in court today, and David's live in Dallas outside the courthouse tonight. David?
Yeah, Steve, it's a 72-year sentence for that brutal murder. And today the victim's family was telling this now convicted killer face-to-face exactly how they feel about him.
I will never forgive you.
For nearly a year and a half, Shireen Chapman has been working to find words to say to James Michael Patrick, the man who showed no emotion, Friday, as he was sentenced to 72 years in prison for murdering his wife, Janine Chapman, Shireen's sister.
May you endure a life of perpetual fear and decay, confined to an existence devoid of solace or redemption. I want you to suffer every day for the rest of your life. And I want him to hear those words forever.
In 2023, Janine Chapman took time away from work for domestic issues, but when her office did not hear from her for 5 days, police were called for a welfare check. Chapman was found dead in her downtown Dallas apartment. Her family says her body was unrecognizable. Patrick was arrested at a hospital in Austin after he was admitted for treatment to an adverse reaction to an unknown substance he took. While in the hospital, he told doctors he got a bloody and black fingernail while fighting with his wife.
You showed no ounce of remorse or emotion towards my sister during the entire trial.
Janine Chapman previously worked as a personal assistant to Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, for 5 years after college. The Duchess shared her condolences on social media after the murder and has followed up with Chapman's mother in the aftermath.
She called me 3 times. We talked, and she gave me her sympathies, and she told me if there's anything she can do, I must let her know.
Family members spent an hour delivering victim impact statements to Patrick.
You're a monster, and I will sleep well at night, knowing that you are where you belong, in prison, away from society.
One day, a CO will open your cell, and you will be dead on your metal stone bed. And that will be the end of your story.
Now that they've expressed their pain to the killer, they want to share a message with the world.
To people out there, if they see any sign or indication that a loved one is being impacted by a toxic or abusive relationship, do not take the signs lightly.
Now, it's quite common after a jury verdict for jurors to leave and go home. Their job is done, but that didn't happen today. After the verdict, there was the sentencing phase, and that took several hours. And a lot of these jurors actually stuck around throughout that process, some of them in tears in the courtroom during those victim impact statements. They went up to the family members of the victim. They gave hugs. And afterwards, speaking with the victim's family in the hallway, they were telling me they felt these jurors really empathized with them and felt the pain of that loss they're experiencing.
All right. Yeah, they gave that nigga 72 years. Not enough time. He deserves so much more. And so that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, it's just, you just got people out here just doing whatever they want. Yeah, he beat her to death. And one day I would like for us to talk about this. Why does it seem like men? Because I know I'm going to ask the question first, and then I'm going to quickly tell you why. What we're going to get past. Why are men beating and killing Black women so much more than other women? And don't say because we're unprotected. Like, we weren't protected before, but the numbers have just gotten so bad. Anybody want to put a thought out there? And if you want to speak, I mean, you can ask for the link. Y'all know when I do lives, you can always ask for the link, you know? You don't have to be just a chatter if you don't want to. You can always join me on the call, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. But somebody put that. Just give me, I want to see 5 different answers. I don't know if we can do it. Can we do that? Let's get 5 different answers. Why these motherfuckers? Don't tell me because we're not protected, because we weren't before. I want to see 5 different answers and just so I can kind of do some chewing. I think about this all the time. Chicky's coming with it. She said it's spiritual. EXO said traumatized by mother, possibly. I think EXO, you're answering the question. I'm not sure. High Powered Wig said this is. Okay, Black. Oh, hi, Black Obsidian. Shout out to you. I got you. Okay, I understand. She's at work. No problem, sis. Oh, no problem, sister. Yo, I say sis as a quick way to say sister, queen, lady, woman, all of that. So y'all know we hate that cisgender, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that's just my little, sometimes it slips out as sister, whatever. But I got you. Mika said they hate us. Wait a minute. Goddess Wise said it's an attack on the original feminine. Okay, so spiritual. traumatized by mother. It's an attack on the original feminine because, okay, these are all good because they refuse to heal. They hate us. I think because Black women are waking up in large numbers and they have become angry and jealous about that. Okay. A man is a kill switch right now. They want to be Black women. What you said earlier, Mad, Winterglow said, we lack situational awareness to know we are in danger. I happen to agree. I think we are creating, and I know that no woman wants to hear that we could be responsible in any way for what is happening to us. But it would go against every self-empowerment universal law that exists. If we don't own any of it, then we are going against universal law. We are creating, whether we are knowing it or not, or whether we understand why the fuck we're doing it, and we're creating some of this stuff. Not like saying people are asking to get killed or die or nothing, but as you can see, I proved to you that the sweet lady said, Miss Stephanie said, her meme on her, on her page said, life is too short to worry about stupid things. Have fun, fall in love, regret nothing, and don't let people bring you down. Just let a nigga bring you down. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, we kind of know we're doing it. It would take, look, y'all know how popular my channel was during the pandemic. It would take another damn pandemic, God forbid, we don't want that to happen, right? But it would take another pandemic to make women really get away from these airheaded channels and come back to my channel and want to talk for real, to get to the bottom of this, to change this shit for real. Like, people they're just fucked off into the fucking sunset, not knowing the seriousness of this. Like, what we do together can change things. To change you is to change the situation for other women. But Black women don't believe that because we have so many lazy, bum ass niggas in the community who don't do anything. So Black women are not encouraged that, that we actually can change something, and we don't have to. Anyway, I'm stop right now. Yeah, they have come. This is really crazy. They have come. There's the dehumanization of Black women right now, I believe, is damn near global. That's why I don't want y'all to think for 1 minute that this Trump shit is meant to totally like fucking like get you completely. Like, don't let it get you. Don't let it get you, because if people are firing guns, the last thing you want to do is run outside and see who it is. So now, don't just feel like things are better everywhere, because they're not better everywhere, especially for Black women. And the energy that's being created around us is hostile, sneaky energy. It's hostile and it's sneaky. And there has to be some energetic shifts and changes that need to come about before Black women just I'm going to Japan. You know what I'm saying? Going to Japan. I'm going to be in their fucking patriarchy and I'll be safe. I'll be better. No, don't be dumb. I don't mean any disrespect, but like let come to your senses. Come, so what's up, Ocean of Daughters? And did I say hello to my mods for today, Black Women's Liberation and Spring Flower? Thank you, ladies, my long-standing mods. They come in when they can, and I love them. Love you, ladies. Love you lots. Love you, all of my patrons. Shout out to all of my patrons, and then shout out to all my subscribers, all my hardcore patrons and subscribers. Mwah, fucking love you. But yeah. Look, The worst thing that can happen is black women take these fucking spells that have been cast on and around us or to us or at us and fucking try to take their shit somewhere else. Get the strength that is needed. Cause this fucking beast has cursed a lot of places for decades so that it would always have black women who are asleep in danger. That's what the beast did. That's what these niggas did. They were spellcasting for decades, centuries, but definitely decades. Listen, I can just fuck with decades. You know what I'm talking about? I got some stuff that I want to break down to y'all. It's just I got, it almost be another topic, so I'm gonna have to do that one as a private crowdcast. We go to crowdcast. It's called, the website's crowdcast.com. That's where hundreds of my private videos are, because I don't like to get into all the shit when just any kind of nigga troll can come in and try to fuck up stuff. Cause we can't tell them what we're doing. We can't do that. We can't tell these niggas what we're doing. They have been anticipating our moves like a game of chess. They knew this day was coming. That's why I came on here in defense of us. They knew this day was coming. They knew you were coming. They knew you were going to get on the internet. They knew you would eventually want to tell your story. They knew you'd eventually get over being shy. They knew that you'd eventually get over being rejected. They knew you'd get over not being the most popular woman on the face of the earth and still rise. They knew that. And them motherfuckers set traps and laid traps. In any kind of way, trying to poison other people's opinions. These fucking warlocks, these black beasts have been trying to poison the insight, poison the thought process of others around you to set you in a situation where you cannot win. Speaking evil spells, pretending that they worried about the black family, talking about you gonna die alone, when them motherfuckers croak every day on, like the nigga just said on the news, on metal and stone beds every fucking day. They die on metal and stone fucking prison beds every fucking day, but they're worrying about free women out here who aren't bothering anybody. How the fuck that makes sense? Because the whole fucking goal is to just beat you because you're a woman. Just destroy you because you're a fucking woman. There's some sick bastards on this planet. Sick, preoccupied, no good, effeminate, wannabe, female, wannabe, tampon wearing bitches. It's some sorry ass men on this fucking planet. They hate you because you're a woman. They hate you because of the blood. They hate you because of the blood. So they talk shit about you. And they try to degrade you because of the blood. Yo, we just had a blood. Y'all saw the moon? Did y'all see the moon the other week? Friday, like, what's today? Okay, today's Sunday. Last week it had a blood moon? Yeah, we had a blood moon. We had a fucking, same night we had the blood moon. We had a fucking lunar eclipse on the same night. I woke up and saw that shit. That was amazing. Amazing power. Amazing woman power coming down. All night long. No, the lunar eclipse only lasted for like, I don't know how long it lasts. An hour in total, maybe a few hours in total for it to totally pass over, whatever. Amazing woman power was raining down on this motherfucking planet. I had to reach up and grab some of it out of my sleep. Oh, yes, I did. Lunar eclipse on the same fucking night. Venus is in retrograde. Mercury right now is in retrograde. We're about to come up at the end of this month on another, I think it's a partial solar eclipse. There's some powerful shit that's happening right now. You don't have time to fucking fuck with these men. You better keep up with these planets, motherfucker. Telling you right now. God damn it. We just got out of Pisces and now we're in Aries. Some powerful shit happening. Let's go, Aries. Let's go. Y'all reach up and grab some of this Aries energy right now on these niggas and that ass, okay? All my Aries, shout out to all my Aries in the chat if I have any. Because Aries ain't never scared. Very fearless, powerful energy for Aries, man. They do shit and think later. And we need to kind of, we done had a lot of time to think. Now you got to make sure you're doing the right things on behalf of yourself. Come on through with it, damn it. Azure, come through with that Aries energy on that ass. Yes. I love them Aries girls, man. They don't fuck around. They don't fuck around, not even a little bit. We need the power. We need the power of the Aries woman right now. While we're in Aries season, y'all better reach up and get it. You better get some of this, because this week shit that we on right here, it ain't coming through. It ain't strong enough. All right? Now that we done had some transcendent spiritual moments from Pisces, now we got the little soul shaking and deep dealing with the emotional levels and all of that and the dreams and questioning the things of the Pisces woman. We got to come on with the Aries shit, man. Come on. Let's go. We got to call on some greater goddesses, man. Because they didn't understand what I was trying to create for over a decade. They didn't understand the shit. They didn't understand the shit now. And when you're talking about knowing how to move on this planet, you better know the deities. You better know them. You better be friends with the ancestors, the right ones. And like I'm gonna remind you a couple of things before I go. Remember what I said. This is the story that I think. This story is gonna be the poster. I don't know if I want to say the poster child story. Let me see. How do I want to say that? Oh, the word won't come to me. Fuck it. But this story is going to be the story that changes what Black women understand about what's happening to us. It's kind of like people didn't understand what was happening to women until Trump got his ass back in there, or until we had to deal with so many issues that I'm not even getting into politics. Look, let me put that aside. What am I saying? I think this is a story that will be a true wake-up call story. That's what I want to say for women. Like, oh my God, you mean if I keep doing this shit, I could be one of those women at 62? That's right. You already are that woman at 26, 36, 46, 56. You're that woman now. So Miss Stephanie did nothing that women are not doing. She's trying to get our attention. Okay? She's trying to get our attention. Like it took something very extreme like this. And people will look at Black women and say, these women must learn to not do this to themselves. When will they see that their men are very bottom of the barrel, dangerous scumbags? When will they see it? The world will see the shit. But Black women feel so bad, carrying all this guilt and all this shit, wanting to be seeming normal. Listen, being with a man does not make you normal. Stop believing that. We all think it sometimes. I know everybody thinks, oh, you got to have a man that make you feel better when you're at the party, to make you seem like you're normal. You're not normal, motherfucker. No, stop that. People know that this is not easy for Black women. Everybody understands that. You understand it now. They understand that black women don't have good men to pick from. They understand that we're the better bet out of the race. You just be the better bet, bitch. Did I offend you or did I help you today? You be the better bet, bitch. I said the shit. I said it because I love you. And if you don't like being called a bitch, I ain't talking to you. But I'm saying for that woman who knows the real in me, she knows that I mean that from my heart. You be the better motherfucking bet. Bitch. Be that, goddammit. Because this flipped out shit that they doing, it ain't working. It ain't working. And y'all, like I told you before, get your ass off of those fucking social media sites, posting all this shit, giving all your fucking beauty, all this fucking shit for who and for what? Now, if you're getting paid for it, I'm not knocking it. But I mean, but if you're really not getting paid for it and you just got the urge to share all your fucking pictures of how glorious you are, like, baby, if you understood how, and I hate this expression, which I said it before when I said it about Stephanie, I don't like that thing about life is short, but if you understood in the grand scheme of things, that you don't have to document your journey. You don't have to document your fucking life. You don't have to document shit on social media. Just be. Just be. And be okay with that. That's a real challenge for a lot of people because if you're alone and you need a lot of attention and then you're not, that's a challenge. Be exclusive. Move in silence. Only share with a very small audience of people who deserve to see your pictures, to see your progress, to watch you on your journey. It don't have to be all damn 1,200 of your Facebook friends. So get the fuck out of here with that. If you're doing that, you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. I'm telling you right now. Get them nosy motherfuckers up out of everything you're doing. Click on the thing that shows you only sharing with 10 or fucking 15 people. I'm serious. We got to get more. We got to get there. We got to get there, ladies. Fuck all these people. Fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. I don't care how much you think they like you and they giving you fucking attention. Fuck them, man. Fuck every last one of them. Nobody knew that many people before social media. So there's some bullshit lies right now. They don't love you. They don't care about you because they're not out here trying to march or help come up with anything to wake black women up, stop these motherfuckers, to educate black women. They're not doing anything. Fuck them. Yeah. Keep your accounts. They want to post happy birthday to your ass. You want to say something back? Great. You don't have to share all your fucking vacation pictures with these motherfuckers. Who are they? Ghost their motherfucking ass. Fuck them. They know black women out here in dire straits because these no good ass beasts. They ain't gonna. Don't give them a chance to be out here talking about you 62 and was posting about how depressed you was, and fuck them. Don't do it. It's okay to be low profile. It's okay. We gotta normalize some of this privacy, man. These people out here are doing too much. And it's causing their pain to hurt. And I hate seeing black women be hurting, secretly hurting like this. You know they're hurting when they're fucking going in a fucking room with a prisoner of mass murder, killing. You know what I'm saying? You know there's some pain there. All these Instagram models and OnlyFans chicks, and that's a lot of pain, man. These ladies are hurting. So with that being said, I know I talk way longer than I usually do. On the screen, I did this live about, I don't know, a week and a half or so ago. This was a very good live. If you are a member of my Patreon and you didn't get the link to this live, just send me a message. I will send you the link. Just send me a message. I'll send you the link. Even if you say she's probably so busy, she's not gonna send me the link. Ask for the link. I'll send you the fucking link. Uh, and if you want to hear this live, I have RJ and another lady, some sisters. They're commenting. Their commentary is it kicks the door open on some things that I was speaking on it during this live. If you look on the screen, this power rant is needed right now. So I kind of go over some things that some of y'all may have heard me speak on, but then always, as usual, you know, spirit takes over and messages become far more meaningful than what you could ever imagine. Anything, there's things that happen through just shit. You can say divination or whatever the hell you like, but I know that I'm called to do this work. I know that it has like a purpose, and so I always get unexpected downloads and unexpected messages come in my streams for the people, for the ladies. Okay, so just always know that that's what it's all about. It's all about wanting to hear from that other level. Like people just want to hear, like, I just want to hear the commentary about what happened on the news and blah blah. No, I'm here to hear the next message that even I don't expect to have. I get wonderful downloads, and it's addictive to do it because I'm like, I want to keep hearing from the fucking universe too, through me and through you. And so with that said, become a member, do what you want to do, join whichever tier. If you're on a free tier, hop in there and become a $5 member, whatever works for you, whatever works better. This is serious work for me. Like my life has been changed from doing this work. And I'm so glad that I started out as a YouTuber who was not money hungry and seeking this to be a career and a job. I do this for the love of the ladies, for Black women. I do it because I want us to go somewhere with this, like in a good way, not just sitting here like with nothing that really validates us as we hear all of these fucking things that's happening in the world. No, that's not going to happen. So anyway, with that being said, I am about to go and make a wonderful either fruit dessert or maybe a smoothie, either one. But I think I deserve it today. So y'all, I'll see you again next weekend. The next private live I do, it's going to be really, really good as well. And I'm already collecting the material, the downloads, the notes, and all of that so that you can get some more fresh information and insight. I don't even want to tell you what it's about, but it's going to be, it will help you. Like if you're dealing with issues of like existentialism, you have issues with existentialism right now, just know that you're talking to the existentialist, and so I will definitely help you with that, and I will help be a voice for that. That is what I do. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Ladies who are patrons, y'all know I will be back with another one, possibly most definitely next weekend, if Spirit says the same. So yeah, play this back, comment, like, subscribe. Although YouTube is shady with my subscriptions, y'all, so they stealing my subscribers, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep doing this. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, give me some feedback, whatever you want to do. Yeah, join the Patreon if you can, if you want to. It's up to you. Ladies, stay real, stay alive, stay blessed. Black women forever, and I'm out.